Let's talk about how to integrate Pipedrive with Trello. Trello is a collaboration tool that organizes your projects into boards, telling you what's being worked on, who's working on it, and just kind of where everyone's at in the process. Now, why would you want to use both? Well, Pipedrive is specifically designed for selling, not project management. But it can be very useful to communicate or even automate information from Pipedrive to cards that you own in your Trello boards. Let's say there's a whole different team that manages a process that uses some of the information you're tracking in your deals in their Trello board. And what if you could just automate that information rather than manually copying it over? Well, that's what we're here to talk about. For starters, of course, you'll need an account with both Pipedrive and Trello, but just head on over to the Pipedrive Marketplace to get started. You'll be taken to the Trello page where you can add Pipedrive as a power-up and select your Trello board. With that enabled, just go to your Trello board and make sure to authorize Pipedrive access by linking your Pipedrive account. From there, head on over to your power-ups, and there you'll find the Pipedrive integration. And after just a few clicks, you'll have authorized both Pipedrive and Trello to be happily talking together, which means that you can now set up your auto-created cards. Now this here is where we specify what data from Pipedrive you're okay with sharing with Trello. After you've made your selections, then you can decide what exactly needs to happen in Pipedrive in order to create a card in Trello. For instance, we can have a card created every time a deal is added into a specific pipeline, or every time a deal enters a specific stage, or whenever a deal is marked as won, just for example. Now this is all well and good, right? If you happen to be using Pipedrive's workflow automation, it's compatible with Trello's integration as well. So you can create Trello cards or even boards or lists based off of very specific triggers that make sense for your process. So rather than creating a Trello card for just any deal that gets won or added into your main pipeline, you can set it up to only trigger based off of deals with very specific criteria. You can learn more about workflow automation in the Pipedrive Academy. But getting back to the setup here, as you can see, we're about done setting up this pretty simple rule to create a Trello card whenever a deal is marked as won. Let's put it to the test, eh? Well, heavens bless me bagpipes, will you look at that amazing new Trello card. And of course, it has the data from our Pipedrive deal, person, and organization, all that stuff that we specified earlier. It's worth noting, by the way, that if you're a fellow Trello team member, then you'll be able to see this information that's pulled from Pipedrive in Trello without having to be a user on the connected Pipedrive account. So all Trello users using this board don't need to have Pipedrive accounts in order to benefit from the Pipedrive data. Technically, also with this integration, you can just reference deal or contact information in the comments for your Trello cards, even those that haven't been created with this integration. And last of all, just so you know, once this integration is installed, you can go to any detail view inside of Pipedrive, that's for your contacts or your deals, and you can just push the details of your item to Trello manually if this whole automation thing ain't for you. Simple enough, right? And that's the Trello integration, everybody. Follow the link at the end of the video to give it a try today.